Yo guys, what is up? Today I have some CoD4 Domination on Crash. I'll be using the MP5 with Bandolier, Juggernaut, and Extreme Conditioning. I am rolling with Kill Switch Shadow and Optic Fan. Night Star. Oh, where did that come from? Anyway, Night Star kind of turned this into a sniper lobby, hence the Juggernaut. So if you ever run into any snipers, just slap the Juggernaut on and initiate to giving them hell, like I did right here. But anyway, I kind of commented on how I was going to tell my story on how I got into gaming, and about 13, 14 years ago, at my, get your kneecaps annihilated, son. I was at my cousin's house for Christmas, and she was in college at the time, had a Sega Genesis with Sonic 2. Great fucking game, by the way. So she asked me if I wanted it, since she never really was going to play it again, and I of course said yes. And all I had for it was Sonic 2. I'd get a Sega Game Gear, which would take the majority of my playtime, along with the Super Nintendo. I played mostly Mortal Kombat 2 on Sega Genesis. Not Genesis, Game Gear, my bad. And you ain't Grizz, baby. Super Nintendo, same thing, Mortal Kombat 2. Also played a lot of Donkey Kong Country and some of the old wrestling games, which at the time weren't that bad, but a lot of people who have gotten accustomed to the newer wrestling games, such as SmackDown vs. Raw, would absolutely hate the games because of the bad controls. But I don't really mind them. Look at that guy wah-wahing. When I had my Super Nintendo, that's all we could afford at the time. We didn't really buy it. My stepdad got it for me. See, he was a big trader back in the day. He got it for me and mixed in with a few. It had an Atari 2600 in there as well. Pretty much, he got me my first Game Boy and all that with Pokemon, which is all that needs to be said about that, because that's all I really played on it. The Super Nintendo, I played the shit out of until I got my PlayStation 1, the year my grandfather died. We couldn't really get me a PlayStation 1 because my stepdad just spent all of our money, pretty much, to the point where we had none for ourselves. Hence why I never really had one until that Christmas. I had Attitude, which was the last shitty WWF game for a while, which led into the SmackDown series, which is a great series. I also got a Nintendo 64 with that, and all I really played on the 64 was Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. Both are great games. Oh, look at this guy. Talk about lucky. Two great games, and if you haven't played them, I recommend you do so. Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2. WWF No Mercy, which a lot of people think it's the greatest wrestling game of all time, and I don't know if a lot of people played WCW World Tour or Revenge, but that is where that whole system originated, was on Revenge and World Tour, because they were both published by THQ and made by Ukes. I could be wrong, and if I am, leave a comment correcting me, but whatever. That's pretty much all I really played. As the PlayStation 2 came out, I played more and more sports games because as a kid I was into baseball, basketball, and all that. That was like all I played as a kid, aside from Zelda and Mario and Pokemon. PlayStation 2 is when I got more involved with RPGs other than just Zelda. I got Final Fantasy X, which I fucking hate that game. But as soon as I also got a GameCube that same Christmas with WrestleMania 18, and I think the GameCube was the beginning of the downfall for look at this guy. He's the bane of my existence. I think the GameCube was the downfall, single player wise. Wind Waker doesn't tickle my fancy. I played the holy shit out of Super Smash Bros. Melee. I played Agent Under Fire on GameCube as opposed to PlayStation 2. Yeah, put a lot of time into my GameCube. And then we have the Xbox, which all I played on it was Morrowind, which is a great game. Takes a lot of patience to play, but hey, it's pretty good if you have time. And I played a lot of what's the name of the game? It's on the tip of my head right now. Fable, that's it. Kicking chickens. That's all I did in it. Other than that, I didn't really play the 360. I didn't really like the outline. Not the 360, the regular Xbox. I didn't like how it was made or all that. I did play a lot of Legends of Wrestling on the Xbox because that's the only system I had them on. Legends of Wrestling, I think, are pretty good games, but they don't get the good reviewer score. And then as the next gen consoles moved in, I originally got a PS3 because the year the PS3 came out, my friends got one, and then a month or two later, I got mine. I could only get a 20 gig at the time, and we all know how that's evolved. We now have 250 gigs, 300 gig PS3s. It's amazing, amazing. Played on standard def for about a good 3 or 4 years, truth be told. Yeah, it's amazing how much consoles have changed over the years, but if it's a good game, it's all the same. But final score 51, 2, and 10. Hope you enjoyed it. Comment on another topic you'd like me to talk about in my life, and peace out.